everybody. Welcome to the Channel 8 Sports High School Football Game of the Week. This week we've got the number 1 and 2 teams in the Shore Conference. Number 1, Middletown South, and number 2, the Brick Dragons, coached by legendary coach Warren Wolf. Hi, I'm John Anderson along with Keith Carroll. Tonight, Keith, we've got the old and the young.
Yeah, we have the new coaching style. We talked about the old coaching style, Warren Wolf on the other sideline, the new coach, Bob Generelli. And it's interesting, both coaches, young and new styles, they both did not want to talk to us, so they were in the zone, as we were talking about early on. They both were focused on this ball game. Coach for the Warren Wolf, over 250 wins, needs 2 more to take over the record. Bob Generelli, 19-2, a young guy who was destined maybe to have that sort of career over here in Middletown.
And when you talk about the both teams, you talk about running backs. For Brick, you have Steve Datata. Last week, 5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns or 8 touchdowns on the season, but last week, as you mentioned, John, a big game, 5 touchdowns. He needs to score some today if they're going to eclipse this Middletown South team. Over 2,500 yards in his high school career, and he's only halfway through his senior, doing a great job. So he'll be a treat to watch today on the ball field.
And he broke the record of Peter Panuska, who is now on the sidelines for Brick as an assistant coach with the secondary. Over at Middletown South, they've got a quality running back in Lou D'Alessio.
Yeah, 5.6 yards a carry. Also catches the ball well, over 198 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns. The favorite receiver for the quarterback, Sergio. So this is really an exciting ball game. I know, John, me and you are pumped up to do this ball game. We can't wait to do it. Really is going to be hopefully a high-scoring ball game. Hopefully a little bit like last week, but more even.
Well, we hope so. Brick's quarterback is Billy Santamaria. Maybe it would have been appropriate, on Columbus Day, but he gives off the ball well, passes well, and leads the team to victory. He's got 4 of them so far.
Yeah, but they pass well. They don't really utilize the pass that much. I believe he's 6 for 11, only 11 attempts so far in the season. But the amazing stat is over 12 yards a rush. When he runs with the ball, kind of an option style, picks up 12 yards a carry. So I think that's going to be a big weapon for this Brick Ball Club.
Dave Sergio for the Eagle quarterback, and what's he got?
Dave Sergio, a big guy, saw him out here before the pregame, throwing the ball like bullets. You can tell he's really pumped up for this ball game. Over 500 yards on this season, about a 50% completion rate. I didn't really using my calculator, but I believe he's about 50%, 38 for 66, I believe, off the top of my head. So really, it's a great ball game. 2 evenly matched teams, but the team that makes the least mistakes. When we talk about mistakes, Dave Sergio only 1 interception on this season. I think that's great, not only in high school, but any football quarterback.
And that's a great stat there. We talk about both of these teams, and you've got to talk about their defense because they come to play.
Yeah, D, we talked about Brick earlier, me and you. It's seasoned veterans coming in, seniors. They want to win this ball game, especially coming here to Middletown South. You'd love to do this, especially in your senior year. On the other side of the ball, only 14 points given up by this Middletown South Ball Club. 3.5 a ball game, and I'm sure they love to hold this Brick team to 3.5 points today.
And both teams coming in undefeated. As we mentioned before, it's the number 1 and 2 teams in the Shore, also the number 2 and the number 6 teams in the state. So the winner of this is also going to get some quality PowerPoints.
Yeah, PowerPoints, and we were joking around. We need a pamphlet to explain the PowerPoints. Group 1, as you said, Group 2 schools, it all depends on the size of the school. But this really is a big ball game, not only because both teams are undefeated, as you mentioned, the PowerPoints move up in the state rankings, and that's really big for both these ball clubs.
All right, so there you have it. Tonight's matchup featuring the Green Dragons of Brick against the Eagles of Middletown South. And we'll be back for the start of the game right after this.
Come on down to
the field, Judge.
And here we are from the swamp in Middletown. Middletown South, the home stadium for the Eagles here. The swamp thing once in a while does come out here. Hi everybody, John Anderson along with Keith Carroll on the Channel 8 Sports High School Football Game of the Week, and we've got a dandy for you, number 1 and number 2.
Yep, this is going to be an exciting ball game we talked about in the open. As you take a look at the head coach Bob Generelli, 19-2 in his illustrious early career so far, but he's doing a great job. Both of these teams coming in here at 4-0, and on the other side of the ball, the coaching staff, we look at Warren Wolf, not Warner Wolf. We almost don't want to slip and say Warner. Warren Wolf does a great job, as we mentioned, over 250 wins, 252. Needs 2 more wins to eclipse and become the all-time leader in victories, and doing a great job. And this is going to be an exciting ball game. And I know John Anderson is all pumped up himself. You're doing push-ups here, chin-ups here, getting psyched up right after the national anthem.
Hidden there is number 29. We'll hear about him a lot tonight. Dave Datata.
Datata. Very.
5 touchdowns, as we mentioned in the opening last week. He can run the ball, but the big thing is that nice line that he's got to run by. And we're going to give them a few things. And of course, on the other side, Middletown South, They're, of course, led by their head coach. He's well known in his parts here. And, of course, by their quarterback, Dave Sergio. And always giving the ball off a lot of times to Lou D'Alessio, number 25. So we'll be calling his number a lot tonight.
Yeah, we talked earlier on about these ball clubs. A lot of the athletes, not only do the quarterbacks can throw the ball, but they also do well with it when they rush with the ball, run with the ball. Pretty good stats, and we talked about that earlier on. We'll talk about that during the game, but Brick will receive the kickoff as they won the coin toss, so they were waiting back to receive the kick from the Middletown, South Eagles.
All right, it's ready to kick off is number 22. That's Brian Morrow. He is a junior, 5'11", 160. And Middletown South comes with their alignment, and we're underway. A nice low liner. Going to pick it up about the 12-yard line and bring it straight up the middle. And right there, the Dragons of Brick will take over 1st and 10.
The Brick Dragons, as we mentioned, we talked about the quarterback, Billy Santamaria, early on. Doesn't throw the ball that much. Only 11 attempts on the season, so you look for them to mix it up, hopefully, tonight. They're going to have to come in here with a little new offensive scheme, maybe throw the ball a little bit more. We'll see how Santamaria and the receivers react to maybe that type of offense. We all know about this defense, John. 3.5 points a game. They give up 14 points on the season, and this is here we're getting ready for the first snap.
All right, there's your quarterback, Billy Santamaria. And we have a flag right now as the motion draws Middletown South probably offside, so we're looking to gain 5 yards on there as the referee looks at it.
Yeah, it looked like Mike Merrill, number 55. Mike Merrill, number 55, jumped offside. A little over anxious. Both these teams, as we mentioned, 4-0, coming in here excited, want to get things underway. Can't wait to meet pads to pads, helmet to helmet. Just jumped a little bit offside. So first picked up 5 yards, not even snapping the ball.
All right, they call him the K-back. He's number 29, Steve DePata. We also have fullback Sean Mulcahy. But on the left-hand side, and being pushed back by a host, in fact, 10, count them, 10 Middletown South defenders. Joe
Little, and he is anything but, does a great job of coming in and picking up the tackle, number 52 for this Eagle Ball Club, and the swamp swarmed right there. They all swarmed around that ball carrier.
All right, there's a loss in the play. We call it 2nd down and 8. As we're early on in the first quarter at the Swamp in Middletown South on the Channel 8 Sports High School Football Game of the Week. The number 1 team in the shore right there in the dark uniforms, that's Middletown South. In the white uniforms right there, that's Brick. They're number 2. After tonight, who knows?
And we talked about the PowerPoints earlier. There's a big game not only as we have a flag here, delay of game against this Brick Ball Club, so they'll even be pushed back a little bit further.
And certainly this is something we expected to see early on in the game. It's a little bit a nervous time here. Got to get the kinks out in a little bit, so maybe by the end of the first quarter, maybe halftime of the first quarter, they'll get into the real football and stop these little nonsensical penalties.
Very understandable, as we mentioned, these teams coming in here a little juiced up. Can't wait to get started. They've been hearing about this game, looked on their schedule all season and all year. Both these teams coming in undefeated, and hopefully they'll get into a flow and both will have a pretty good ball game.
All right, the I formation. Back to pass is Santamaria. He's rolling right, looking downfield. Incomplete.
His intended receiver that time, Bob Velasquez. Velasquez did have a step, but the ball kind of flowed right over Velasquez's head, and it'll be a 3rd down. But you like the way the Brick came out here, only 11 attempts on the season passing, came right out, throwing the ball after their first running play, and they're going to need to do that, I believe, to be successful in this ball game.
All right, it's 3rd down. We'll call it 13 yards to go. The ball on the 24-yard line. Brick coming out, hard-nosed team. They work very hard. Coach Wolf was talking to some other people, having to overhear him. I couldn't get near him, of course. Handoff up the middle. And Middletown South coming out big, going to stop him and force him to punt away the ball.
That's just a great job by the defense. Give up 5 yards before the ball was snapped on the offsides penalty comeback. I mean, 2 big losses. Nice play by the defense, snuffing the run. And also the delay of game penalty against the Brick Ball Club, and they will have to punt the ball over. So the ball will be in the hands of the offensive team, and they're going to have pretty good field position.
All right, Mike Pigram, number 34, is back to punt for the Dragons. Middletown South has 2 men deep.
Pigram drops back in punt formation for the Dragons.
Snap is high. He gets the punt off. Nice high punt. Takes a nice brick bounce. And right there about the 30-yard line, Middletown South will take over on their first possession with 9 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the first quarter.
So a good job, as you mentioned, by the defense from Middletown South. Now we'll see their stellar offense. Number 10 trots out for this Middletown South Ball Club, Dave Sergio. And we talked about him. He throws the ball a lot. They like to throw the ball in this Middletown South Ball Club. 38 of 66 for 566 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the key stat, 1 interception.
Only 1. First down for the Eagles. 1 man in the backfield. Sometimes that's all they need. On a delay, but before we get it off, we're going to have a penalty flag. So before a play goes off from Brick and before a play goes off from Middletown South, we've got those little yellow things. Illegal procedure is the call against Middletown South.
And this time the flag goes against Middletown South. The offense here, and again, the butterfly is still roaming around in the stomachs.
5-yard penalty, that brings up
So it'll be first and 15. We'll see how this defense answers. A very high, potent offense, power offense. Both these ball clubs have. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting how this Brick defense responds.
All right, number 11, Jeff Martin into the game. Once again, single back in the backfield. There he goes. Getting back to the original line of scrimmage. Or maybe a little short there.
As we see number 51 coming up with the stop, Anthony Gaglione, also helping out the ball carrier. Good sportsmanship right there. But both these defenses early on snuffing the run, doing a pretty good job. Granted, it's early on in the first quarter, but you gotta like the way they're looking and anticipating the run. We'll see if that opens up some gaps, though, for the passing lanes.
All right, both teams going to their premier running backs. First play of the game. This time, 2 men in the backfield for South. They hand off on the right side. We've got a penalty flag. That one handed off to Brian Clary.
Another flag in the air, and that's the one thing that both these sides, Brick and Middletown South, a lot of fans coming out this ball game, and you would hate to see it a sloppy ball game as the yellow flags come out early and it'll go against the Middletown South Ball Club.
All right, just jumping off sides just a little bit, a little illegal procedure, a little movement there. Again, probably a little nervousness in the first quarter here. All right, going out left, that's Jeff Martin, number 11. In the backfield, number 25, Lou D'Alessio. Brian Clary, number 31, is also back there. The handoff up the middle. That's number 31, Brian Clary.
So he did a good job that time running behind his line, up pretty much right up the middle, right at the back of one of his tackles. Picked up, a couple of yards. It'll be third down, almost back to the original line of scrimmage. A good time of running, blocking for that time by the Middletown South Eagles.
All right, Keith Stapira, he's the center, number 51. He leads the team out.
Spot is the 35.
2 men in the backfield. This time back to pass, looking over the left side, looking down deep. He's got a man there. He's got it, trying to wiggle him around. Pass is complete there. That's number 36, Matt Sergio.
Just a great job coming out throwing. We talked about, let's see if we open up some pass lanes as the defense was pretty much prepped up for the run. And that time Sergio did a great job as he took a shot as the ball was released by number 83 on this Brick Township Ball Club. Should take a look at Matt Cuccia right there. Number 36 came up with the reception. John Ryan took a shot at the quarterback, Dave Sergio, but he got right up and a good pass play.
All right, single backfield. Lou D'Alessio is in the backfield. This time he's got the ball up the middle, and he gains about 4 yards on the play to make it 2nd down and 6.
Don't listen to them, you watch. Brian Zakari carries on the play, pick up of 3 yards. Velasquez with the initial. 2nd and 7.
Okay, we'll set the line for you for Middletown South. The center, of course, number 51, Keith Sapira. Guards, Dave Samprini and Dave Commander. They are the guards. The tackles, we got Tom Darty and Damian Peter. Signals being called. Dropping back to pass, rolling out to the right, slips and falls. And there's a 10-yard loss on the play.
John Mendez
right there for the Brick Dragons.
John Mendez came right in, number 76, put some pressure on the quarterback And trying to scoot out was Dave Sergio as he can run with the ball, but that time slipped down for a loss. So it'll be 3rd down. It looks like about 15.
All right, they've got a long way to go here. No, not really. I mean, I can hear Keith a little bit. I almost tell him here. We can hear him no problem up here. Hope they can hear him out there at TV land. All right, we've got a 3rd down play, a big play for Middletown South here. They send 2 men wide to the right. Back to pass, short screen, and reading it perfectly.
Dave Sims, number 11, coming right in that time. So they tried to set up the screen, but Sims did a great job busting right through. Wasn't fooled at all on the play. And again, getting pressure. Number 76, John Mendez, busting right through the line. Good pressure on the quarterback.
All right, Brian Siclari again. Well, we have a penalty, a holding penalty against Brick. And that'll probably take a 1st down play with it as they talk it over. I'm going to talk to the quarterback there, number 10, Dave Sergio. He's a senior quarterback, 6'3", 190. Talking to his father before the game. He was talking about Dave Sergio and Lou DeLessio. Just live around the corner from each other.
As you take a look,
see
the Middletown South Eagles, first and many. The Eagles had 19 first downs last week, and that was compared to Howell's 4.
All right, so they had a 1st down, but it looks like now they talk it over to both captains and try to figure out exactly where it came. Here it is, the holding penalty against Brick. They'll mark it off. So a big break.
No.
Very big break.
Break for Middletown South there.
That's all you get.
Sims did a great job defensively.
They get 3rd down and 10 as it's not an automatic penalty. Here's the legend himself, Warren Wolf. Carries his own cord there, notice that.
That's the 35-year coach.
Looking to pass.
Oh!
In the backfield.
We talked about it, John Mendez. John Mendez, that's the 3rd time he's busted right through, but this time coming up with number 10 in his grasp, Dave Sergio. A big play that time by the Brick defense, number 76, John Mendez.
All right, so that'll bring back the punter, Brian Morrow.
We have 4th and 22.
22 yards to go now, so it's 4th down. Snap is good. Here's the punt coming down on the right-hand side, about the 6-yard line, and take it to the right-hand side and run out of bounds. And right there, the Brick Dragons will take over 1st and 10. And we'll be back with the exciting action right after this. Brick, the Dragons, the 2nd chance they have here in the 1st quarter. And you can see right there, offside, no question about that.
Number 74, Brian McNano, had his signals mixed up there. I'm sure he's going to hear it when he gets into the huddle.
Offside.
So that's about the 5th or 6th flag we've seen so far, and it's 4:46 left to go here in the 1st quarter. But let's talk about that Brick defense. We talked about the Middletown South coming in here. What a great defensive unit, and the seasoned veterans on this Brick ball club. Number 76, John Mendez, did a great job. And we'll see if the offense already had 1 possession. They punted. Let's see if they move the ball here. Ball about the 15-yard line.
All right, Anthony Gaglione, he's the center for Brick. He leads their team out. They do a little motion here. 2 men in the backfield. Man in motion to the left. The quarterback, Santa Maria, is going to keep it on the left-hand side. It's got some running room. We're going to take it down to about the 25-yard line. A good pickup on the play of about 5 yards. 2nd down now and 5.
Matt Kucha coming up with a tackle. We talked about Billy Santamaria's running with the ball. He averages over 12 yards a run. Looks like he's going to run over to the sidelines.
So you can see there the offense of the Warren Wolf. Multiple substitutions. 4 guys coming in, 4 guys going out.
Yep, and it looks like number 12, the quarterback, Santaria, going out. We'll see who's going to go under center. Number 18 coming in to quarterback. And
Don Scouts for Tito.
And he came in for that purpose, looked like to throw the ball.
And that one is incomplete. So trying to give a new look to the Brick offense perhaps there.
Very interesting call by this 35-year coach coming in here, mixing up his quarterback. So maybe the number 18, we talked about Dan Scotrito, can throw the ball a little bit better. Interesting call, but he will trot over to the sidelines. And coming back is Santa Maria.
All right, for 1 play, probably just wanted to talk to him about it. Hey, got to be careful on those runs, maybe a little shaken up or whatever.
Sure.
Anyway, we've got the I formation in the backfield. Santa Maria rolling right, looking downfield. Intercepted. And a nice play.
Kevin Clark, number 4, got him played center field that time on that play. Santa Maria came over from the sidelines. Maybe Coach Warren Wolf told him, hey, let's throw the ball. He saw something. He came. Santa Maria dropped back, threw the ball right over the middle, and there was number 4, just snatched up with his paws and pulled down his pass. We take a look at the replay from our crack staff in the truck. See Santa Maria just dropping back, rolls right, stops, throws the ball. There's number 4 right there, just leaping up and picking off the pass. Would have been a good completion if the pass was meant to him.
All right, Middletown South takes over. They got a man in motion to the right. Is D'Alessio. Stopped at the line of scrimmage by that brick defense once again.
Yeah, Sean Prestos that time, Presto Magic. More than time in that play, he came through and busted right through. 5'11", 198 senior. Coming through with that no gain, so great stop that time, especially after an interception. Maybe pumps up this brick ball club.
All right, we'll make it 2nd down and 10 for the Eagles with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Once again, calling signals number 10, Dave Sergio. Looks over the defense. I formation in the backfield. The man in motion once again to the right.
Ooh, little fumble.
Little fumble on this snap there. But enough presence of mind by Dave Sergio to fall on the ball rather than trying to pick it up and do some running with it. Just get down on it.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of trouble, as you said, from center, snapping that ball back. Couldn't get a handle on it, and he fumbled the ball, but it was immediately fell right upon it. So it'll be 3rd down. They lose a couple yards on that play.
All right, we'll call it 3rd down and 12 to go. No score here on the Channel 8 Sports High School Football Game of the Week, featuring Middletown South and Brick, the number 1 and 2 teams in the Shore. Once again, the I formation. Fake handoff over the middle. Looking down from behind. Complete over the middle. And a nice completion, but he's going to pay for it a little bit as he was blindsided. That's the quarterback there, Dave Sergio, but a nice completion.
Oh, a beautiful completion. Good quarterback presence by Sergio. He didn't even know number 76. They called his name about 5 times already. John Mendez just laid a tremendous hit from the backside, and Sergio was a little bit weary getting up, but once that pass is completed, it kind of makes you want to jump right up right away. So take a look at the replay. Let's see if we can see the hit, but a great stepping up and throwing the ball. You see 76, bang, throw, but beautiful pass.
A nice catch, and continuing to run. And we're back live right now. Middletown South trying to put some points on the board. Up the middle, running hard.
Number 56 coming up with Fran Ryan with the tackle, but moving the ball pretty well that time as the handoff was given to Lou D'Alessio, and he picked up a couple yards, just a couple on that play.
All right, we'll make it a 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Ball on the 13-yard line. The plays coming in from head coach Bob Generelli on the sideline. Bob in his 4th year here at Middletown South, all successful years. And we're not even looking at the 1-loss records there. He's a very successful coach. All right, back to pass. Quarterback draw. And he'll get just to the back to the line of scrimmage and make it 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, and number 56 again, Fran Ryan, that time kept his eye on the quarterback, kind of mirrored Sergio's movement. Sergio, as you said, on the draw play, but he lost 2 yards. So it'll be about 3rd and about 10 yards here. And this is a very important play early on here in the first quarter, coming about to an end, 40 seconds left.
And so important that Middletown South is going to take a timeout on the field right now.
Good segue.
And we'll be back with more right after. All right, welcome back to the Channel 8 Sports High School Football Game of the Week. No score here late in the first quarter. John Anderson along with Keith Carroll. And, of course, a belated happy birthday, Keith.
Thank you very much, John. I'll give you a couple dollars I promised you later for mentioning that, but thank you very much.
All right, from the shotgun, looking on the left-hand side, incomplete. The pass intended on the left-hand side on that 3rd down play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 4th down call.
Very interesting 4th down call, but interesting to see watching early on. Seth Beardsley, number 58, he's one of the offensive tackles for this Middletown South Ball Club, and he has to battle number 76, John Mendez. John, 6 feet, 185, but doing a great job trying to get pressure on the quarterback that time. At that time, number 58 won the battle.
All right, they're going to try a field goal here. Field goal, put it down at the 22-yard line, plus the 10, making it a 32-yard line. for a 32-yard field goal. Dave Jacks, number 44, is on. He was kicking him before and earlier. This kick is up.
No good.
And it is no good. Just to the left. Just to the left. No good.
The referee was right underneath there, but we saw Jacks kicking early on, and he was booting them pretty far. Left hash, right hash, down the center of the field.
Yeah, no question that he had the distance on that one, just off a little bit to the left.
Yeah, and that's a very, very strong defensive stand-up by this Brick Ball Club, coming out with no points, giving up no points, especially after that costly interception.
I'll talk to some people. They thought it might be a low-scoring game today with the defense of both teams. Some people said, no, there's a lot of offense on both sides of there, so you never know.
Well, we're late in the first quarter, 37 ticks of the clock left here in the first quarter. But what Brick has to do now is they have to move the ball. Haven't moved the ball in their first two series, so let's see what they do right here.
All right, Santa Maria under center. Man in motion to the left. The handoff is up the middle. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Make it second down.
And that time a little mix-up. Number 18, Don Scaltrito again under center. So he's going to throw his curveballs a little knife. Looks like Warren Wolf is going to mix up Santa Maria along with number 18, Don Scaltrito. We'll see who's under center for this play, as it looks like Santa Maria comes trotting in from the sidelines.
Okay, got that one correct now. And we have, again, multiple substitutions there. 3-4 guys. Warren Wolf doing that.
Want some fresh legs, some new plays, maybe worked on some plays this week that just for this Middletown South Ball Club.
And that's going to do it for our first quarter of play here from the Swamp in Middletown. After one quarter of play, it is Middletown South nothing and Brick nothing. We'll be back with an exciting second quarter.
We hope so.
And a good defensive battle right after this. Man in motion to the right. Quarterback going to keep it on the right-hand side. Going to pick up good yardage there as Brick starts to run on the Middletown South defense.
Yeah, Santa Maria, we talked about the ball club doesn't throw the ball that much, especially coming into this game. Only 11 attempts by the quarterback coming into this ball game, but over 12 yards a carry. And I think they're going to have to go with what they know they probably can establish. Santa Maria, and again, as he's trotting off to the sidelines, a little QB switch up. Number 18 comes back into the ball game. So nice mixing up by Warren Wolf. We'll see if it works effectively for him, as he used it early on in the first quarter, but it's usually much more here in the start of the second.
All right, Don Scaltrito. He's a 6-foot, 162-pound senior. He's under center. Handoff on the left-hand side. That's number 10, Sean Mulcahy. And he gets back just to the just over the line of scrimmage.
Yep, and he was upended by number 4, Kevin Clark.
Nope, he's going to get that first down. So Brick gets a first down in the second quarter here. And it looks like this is what they're going to do. They're going to run the ball. They're going to have these multiple substitutions. Switch off even on quarterbacks. Figure, hey, I guess you can do it with halfbacks. Why not quarterbacks too?
That's right. Maybe mix up something against this Middletown South Ball Club, this Eagle Ball Club. Coach Will, 35 years. He must be doing something right. Over 250 wins. Came in here and with a little trickery.
All right, first down play for Brick. Back to pass this time. And almost intercepted by number 12 for Middletown South. That, of course, is Jim Sanfilippo.
And he did a great job. He wasn't fooled with the play action. Tried to give the ball to the running back, but pulled back through. And right there, as you mentioned, Sanfilippo.
Take a look at it one more time. This is like the drill before the game that they do.
As you see, Sanfilippo will just stay there. As you see him right there, just almost came up with the interception. Good camera work that time by our camera crew.
Always Johnny on the spot. All right, second down for the Dragons. Coming on the right-hand side and picking up about 4 yards on the play, making it 6 yards to go for that first down.
And Tyrone Fay coming up with the stop. And third down, they picked up their first down of the ball game in this series, Brick did. And it's very important for them to move the ball, because they really haven't got past, in deep in the territory, Middletown South territory. As you take a look on the screen, the Eagles, 573 yards rushing, 553 yards passing, total of 1126. It mixes up pretty well.
All right, here they go on the third down play, a running play, and they're going to fall short of that first down. And a big fourth down play and a punt here, and hopefully Middletown South will be able to do something here in the second quarter.
I look for Middletown South to put a lot of pressure right here on this punt. Should take a look.
There's number 34, Michael Pigram.
Because I think he's going to try for a block. It looked like he was close the first time out. We'll see if he sends his men running after the punter.
All right, Pigram is back. Kuchar and DeLessio are back deep for Middletown South. Here comes the punt. Good snap. The punt comes a little short. Taken by DeLessio on the left-hand side. He's got some running room and he's got some blockers. He goes down to the left-hand side, 40. He's got one man to beat. We've got a penalty flag. Lou DeLessio. But we've got a penalty flag, and it looks like a clipping penalty. You're going to bring it on back.
And it was the last man that DeLessio had to beat. I couldn't really tell. Maybe it looked like the punter. It was the only man he had to beat. He had a wall of Eagles up the left side. DeLessio, just with his speed, took it up the left side, and just a little clip, according to the referee. We'll see what the replay looks like on the screen. It's the whole booth coming over to the monitor now. I'm going to take a look.
Starting to charge ticket admission over here now.
No, John Anderson will give you his autograph later. No.
Just over the 50-yard line. We'll take a look at it.
Take a look at the replay. So after the call here, the referee picks up his flag. And
you can see the clipping call going against the Middletown South Eagles.
Let's see. As the crowd is not too happy, as we take a look right here. What happened right in front of Coach Generelli is you take a look as he picked the ball up on the bounce up the left side. And just take a look, let's see, it's going to come up right about here. He's taking just a little shade, kind of a questionable call, but in any event, the referees and the men on the field, they make the call, so it'll be 1st and 10. Kind of a wind taking out of the sail early on by Middletown South.
Okay, no question on that call. You can't hit that guy from behind there. Anyway, Middletown South will take over from their 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Back to pass, looking left, then looking right. And there goes down at the 30-yard line, a loss of 5 on the play, making it 2nd down and 15.
Anthony Gaglione again making up the sack. Should take a look at number 76 right there, Mendez. But he's the one who really should get credit, as Mendez rushed out Sergio, rushed him out, flushed him out to the right, and coming up with the sack was Anthony Gaglione. So it'll be 2nd down and about 14, 13 yards on the play to go for the first down.
Well, there are just a couple multiple substitutions by head coach Bob Generelli there.
And
2 men coming in.
He was doing his Generelli dance on the sidelines, not too happy, hopping up and down.
Yeah, I think he knew it was definitely a clip. He was kind of upset because I don't think maybe they really needed that clip anyway. All right, 2nd down play on the left-hand side. Here comes DeLessio. He's got some running room. He's going to be met there at the 40-yard line, gets up to about the 42-yard line, and he stays in bounds. Just short of the 1st down.
Good run, though, that time as he took it up the left side, same side he had that punt return, which was negated. And he, as you mentioned, picked up a chunk of that yard, so it'll be 3rd down short for this Eagle Ball Club.
Officially, it would have been a 67-yard return. Would have looked nice.
Looked pretty up here. We saw it happen. We saw the wall of Eagles up the left side. But that is moot.
4-0. All right, the Eagles come out in their I formation, and then they shift. Calling the signals. Once again, there's number 10. Handing off, there it is. Number 31, Brian Quarry, picking up the 1st down, or awfully close. Yeah, depends on where they mark it. It's always that foot. Nope, if he marks it there, that's definitely going to be short, and we've got a man down for South.
Take a look at the player who is down for Middletown South. The official called a timeout. And as you said, a very, well, spot. Looked like he picked up the 1st down the 2nd effort, but the referee left foot, right foot. We'll take a, can't get the number of the player, number 51 on the ball club.
Keith Stapira, the center.
Keith Stapira.
He's the center on the play.
And I'm sure he had a key part in that blocking. Looked like he opened up the hole, but good job by the running back bouncing off. And we'll see if he picked the 1st down. Well, let's
take a look at it one more time here.
As you see, he bounces right off right there, and he falls back.
To his left, as you can see him falling over number 89 for Brick there. That's Mr. Sean Prezos. Okay, while we've got the man down there, hopefully he'll be all right. We'll be back with more from the swamp, right at the swamp. And Keith Stapira being helped off the sideline there.
Brian Morrow drops back in punt formation for the
Ooh, they're going to kick the ball. Interesting call here. They're going to punt the ball. At least they're set up for the punt.
4th down. You never know what's going to happen here. Here they come. It's the 45-yard line. There it is. A high snap, a new snapper. going back to about the 13, 14-yard line, and right there going to fall on it, so a big break. And that's what we mentioned before the game, these breaks and these turnovers. Maybe Brick has got the first one.
And you see the center who came into the ball game to snap that ball, that time way over the head of the punter. So Middletown South, a very costly play right there. The fourth down and short, opted to punt. And that time it'll cost them as the snap went way over the head. We talked about turnovers. We talked about the quarterback only have one interception on the season, and early on, whoever had the most turnovers usually is on the dirty end of the stick. So we'll see if the Brick Dragons can pick up this chance right here, first and 10.
From the 19-yard line. Brick trying to take advantage of an early turnover in the second quarter on the left-hand side. Steve DeTata, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play.
Good job there by the defense and the linebackers for the Middletown South Ball Club. They just swamp. It's a pretty swamp and swarm right to the ball carrier.
All right, they're calling it 2nd down and 8 here. We are in the second quarter, 6 minutes to go. No score in the ball game. Middletown South, number 1 and number 2, Brick. All right, once again for Brick. Number 12, Billy Santamaria has been in there most of the time. But right now, once again, Don Scatritito on the right-hand side and taking him out of bounds. And just putting it down where the ball went out of bounds. Steve DeTata.
DeTata ran like a bull as you take a look last week. 15 carries, 124 yards. We mentioned those 5 touchdowns for the Green Dragons. He was a bull in that play.
Of course, he beat the rushing record, now held on the sideline by the secondary coach over there, Peter Panuska.
And here's the old quarterback switcheroo.
There's Santa Maria coming back in.
So it'll be 3rd down. Big third down.
I like it when Santa Maria's in there. I like his name. It's easier to pronounce.
Rolls off the tongue. Very much, as you said, easier than Scaltrino.
All right, 3rd down and 4 for the Dragons. Santa Maria handing off on the left-hand side. DeTata not going anywhere. A beautiful play.
Great defensive play that time by the Eagles.
And that's going to set up a 4th down play. Glenn Pritzlaff, number 17.
He did a great job that time. He wasn't fooled at all with the little play action. He knew that the ball was in the hands of number 29, DeTata. As we take a look at the replay right here. As the handoff, he was right there with him. Almost fought off the stiff arm and made the tackle.
All right, Michael Pigram, number 34, is on for a field goal. Once again, this one is high enough. Did it go through? Yes, it did.
So a 3-point costly turnover for this Eagle Ball Club as Brick gets on top first by a score of 3-0.
All right, from the 26-yard line, so we call it a 36-yard field goal. And Brick is on the board first here with 4 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the second quarter. 3-0 Brick. All right, here they come now for the kickoff. Both teams coming out. We expect to see number 32 back there for Middletown North, or Middletown South, rather. That's going to be Rashawn Lawson.
As you take a look at some of the Green Dragon fans, cheerleaders doing a little cheer over there on the other side of the field.
The Green Dragons. Brick.
We'll see what kind of coverage this Brick special teams unit has. A lot of holes there last time, but that was negated on the clipping clip.
All right, Pegram ready to kick it off. He's going to kick it deep. Going to be taking about the 2-yard line and straight up the middle and a little fake. Take it up to about the 23-yard line in there. Middletown South will look to get on the board.
As number 17 came up with a hit on special teams, John Scheiss came up with the tackle. That time they snuffed Alessio. It'll be 1st and 10, down 3-0. Probably a position that this Eagle Ball Club isn't really used to being in. So, but it's only 3 points. Great job by the defense, only allowing those 3 points. So we'll see how they answer here on offense.
All right, number 10, Dave Sergio is the quarterback. I formation in the backfield. The handoff is given to the deep back as the referee, or one of the back judge, falls down there. Get pushed over.
Number 85, Bill High, with the hit right there that dropped D'Alessio for no game, and they have official timeout on the field.
All right, some equipment problem there for Brick, making sure everything is okay.
Yeah,
D'Alessio did get back to the line of scrimmage, so we'll call it 2nd down and 10.
It was High's helmet, and something happened to his helmet on the hit, so he's trying to adjust that. Looks like we have everything set.
Okay, here we go. Once again, 2 men in the backfield in the I formation as South starts out that way. They've got 2 receivers on the left. Looking to pass on the left-hand side, but being chased. And taking him out of bounds. Nope, going to keep him inbounds as the clock will continue on. A nice hit there by number 56 for Brick. That indeed is Fran Ryan.
Fran Ryan, all ball games so far. Pretty good pressure on the quarterback as Churchio tried to get away from the pressure, but this time Ryan caught up to him, as you said, kept him in bounds, so the clock is running, so a 6-yard loss on the play.
All right, coming into the play, or coming into the game there is number 36, coming in with the play from Bob Generelli, number 36, Matt Cuccia.
And they've thrown the ball pretty well on this Brick secondary. We'll see here.
Let's see if he can go here. We've got 3rd down and about 15. Going to hand off up the middle, trying to take some people by surprise as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up a 4th down play.
So interesting play call by Generelli. We were expecting the pass that time, tried to keep the ball on the ground. Clary with the carry, picked up 5 yards, but got back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 4th down punting situation.
All right, here we go. Once again, Middletown South forced to punt. This time, Brick has 3 men back. And the kick is high, very high. Going to be taken about the 33-yard line on the left-hand side and running near the out-of-bounds markers. And the mark is made, and there Brick will take over.
Velasquez that time, as you mentioned, the good punt high and knocked them back a couple steps. You know, took it up the left side, picked up a couple yards, about 6 or 7 yards. It'll be 1st and 10, up 3-0 with 2:33 left to go here in the first half. We'll see how this Brick Ball Club answers. They got good field position. That's how, on the turnover, that's how they got their 3 points. Haven't really been able to move the ball that well, though, on offense. So we'll see the ball, where the ball is spotted. We'll see how they react here, 1st and 10.
All right, Santa Maria is in there first this time. Under quarterback. Man in motion goes to the right. And Santa Maria is going to keep it, tuck it under. And he's going to run it up for a 1st down.
And that's a great job by Santa Maria with the play fake. Faked handing the ball up the middle, but took it up the right side and picked up about 9. Maybe the 1st down. We'll see what the spot is. See what the referees, if they call the 1st down. But a good job running by Santa Maria as he will trot off to the sidelines again. And again, the quarterback switcheroo, Dave Scaltrito, comes in under center for this play. As we take a look at Santa Maria, 3-3. 3 for 3 last week.
All right, standing next to the head coach, Warren Wolf. All right, 2 men in the backfield for Brick. Now 1 man as number 31 goes in motion to the left. The handoff is up the middle. And they're going to pick up about 4 yards on the play, making it 2nd down and 6.
And that was power running that time by Detata. Looked like he was stopped about a yard into his carry, but kind of just bounced off, kept his legs moving. You take a look at Detata, number 29. He's 5'4", 155.
He's small but powerful.
Yes.
Running behind on the line there, the center, Anthony Gaglione. The guards, John Mendez and Fran Ryan, and the tackles, Mingiano and Heingren. We've got a timeout on the field right now, so we'll be back with more right after this. All right, we're back for the final 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. Brick on top, 3-0 over Middletown South.
And this is key right here for both sides of the ball. 3-0 already with the lead. Brick wants to put some more points on the board before going into the locker room. The defense right here wants to maybe come up with a turnover or stop at least this Brick offense.
All right, back to pass is Santa Maria. And that pass is going to fall incomplete and bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Looked like maybe it was deflected. I don't know. I can't see from that side of the field, but it looked like the ball kind of was tipped. But as you mentioned, it'll be 3rd down, about 5 yards. And we'll see what the play call is here. They haven't had any luck passing the ball, moving the ball in the air, as they don't really throw the ball that much. More of a team on the ground.
All right, just over the 40-yard line is Brick. And you can see Warren Wolf.
Need to get that freshman to come in and hold the wire, I guess, is take a look at the Dragons.
They're the 6th leading team in offense in the Shore Conference with 2,430 yards, an average of 70 an average 70 of 270 yards per game, right?
Guess it was just a little typo.
I get it right there. Anyway, Santa Maria looking to run on the left-hand side. And he's swarmed under at the 45-yard line. So they're trying to get a timeout to stop the clock at 1:15 so they can get the ball back there.
As they're trying to stay with the play that's been working for them all season. As the quarterback, Santa Maria, looking to pick up the 5 yards. At that time, he lost 5 yards. So it'll be fourth, and it got back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 4th and 10. And looks like the punting unit will come on. But you mentioned timeout quickly taken by the Eagles. 1:15 left to go here in the first half.
So you can see the guests, the Brick Dragons, they're up 3-0. Second quarter, it is 4th down. So they'll call their second timeout of the game.
Coach, as you mentioned, Gennarelli coming into this bowl game with a career record of 19-2, doing a great job. He's a coach that's really involved with his players and
Yes,
really gets pumped up.
Both on and off the field, and gets into it very much.
All
right, 1:15 to go in the first half. A 4th down play here. Michael Pigram is back to punt. Middletown South sends 2 back.
See if they get any pressure on this punt.
It's a good snap.
Flag on the play.
All right, it's going to fall a little short of the receivers. And right there about the 15-yard line.
It'll be interesting to see what the flag is all about.
And more interesting, with 1:06 to go, whether or not they want to decide to take that penalty and push it back or take the ball right there.
It's going to go against Brick. The referee talking it over.
All right, they're trying to decide, exactly what they want to do here. It looks like they're going to make them kick it over one more time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good call. If there was a decision to be made, Gennarelli, as we talked about, D'Alessio took one back for 67 yards, which was negated. So give him a chance to do that again. 1:06 left to go.
All right, it's an illegal procedure call against Brick, so bring it back 5 yards. And Michael Pigram will kick that 36-yard field goal officially. And that's where we stand right now, 3-0. And just under a minute to go in the first half.
Gonna have to get off a good punt right here. Don't want the speed of D'Alessio to hurt you.
All right, he'll kick it from about the 35, and he gets a nice kick coming on the right-hand side.
Good
and it's going to roll and roll very close to that 1 yard line. Did he get it in the end zone? That's the call that's going to be made, and it's a touchback. So they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. And with 40 seconds to go, can Middletown South put some points on the board? We shall soon see.
Well, they've been throwing the ball extremely well. We really don't have official stats to look. For me, I'm guessing they threw the ball about 4 times and they completed 2 for pretty big chunks, about 15 to 19 yards. But that time, a great punt by the Brick team, the Green Dragons. Just couldn't stop the ball before it rolled down into the end zone. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line with 40 seconds left to go. We'll see if we see the arm of Churchio right here.
All right, number 10, Dave Sergio. He's got a receiver wide to the left, I formation in the backfield. He's going to hand it off on the right-hand side,
hole.
picking a big hole and getting that first down.
As it looked like he got to the first down mark, we'll see.
I guess they're going to call it
Another timeout here. 31 seconds left to go. Let's take a look at 51, who was injured. We talked about Keith Stapera, that she's getting carted off, so hopefully everything is all right with him. He looks doubtful to return in this ball game, as you mentioned.
Like some precautionary measures, putting him on the nice cart there that we have seen around the short conference this year.
Yep, and the cart that we'll see golfing. Fred Haberstick gets on the links, or he thinks he's a golf player from what I've heard. But
anyway, another timeout on the field here. You can see they huddle around head coach Bob Gennarelli. He's in his 4th year as the head coach of the Eagles, having been successful not only in his wins and losses, but in his players' respect.
And that's really important. You have to really respect the type of coach. And he was mentioned 4th year here, and he was an assistant also here, doing a great job. Kids like him, people like him. And they've already brought a championship here a couple of years ago with a nice 10-0 record. As you take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average from Middletown South, the wins. Nice job by our graphics guys. 5 wins in 87, and all in 89s. You see they were 10-0. 90 dropped a little bit to 9, and 91 about 8 wins.
All right, a pitch back. This time a little trick play, a little dipsy doodle play, deep downfield. Complete. He's got it. He could go all the way. He does indeed. Big play. Cuccio to Cuccio.
Number 28, Gabe Simon, for this Brick Ball Club. He was the man. He saw the ball all the way. He was looking to intercept that ball, but that time just got out-jumped. He could have just batted the ball away or maybe even got in front of the receiver. But D'Alessio with the high jump picked off the pass from the defender and took it all the way for a 6-3 lead here with 20 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Matt Cuccia, officially a 70-yard play.
It was a nice toss by...
Boy, that's the way to get on the board quick before you go into halftime.
Yeah, that's something to talk about momentum going into the locker room.
All right, on for the extra point as we have a penalty marker against Brick here, trying to get perhaps an extra head start.
And guess what? After the touchdown, number 51, Keats DePera, up off the cart, standing on the sidelines now.
The only thing about that penalty right there is now Middletown South wondering maybe they'll go for 2, and you can hear the fans. They're going 2. Yep. They want 2. Let's see what Bob Generelli decides to do.
Big play, though. Big play by that offensive quarterback. He had one man. He was in double coverage, and he just out-leaped the defender we talked about, number 28, who was back there, Gabe Simon. Went for the interception, just a little bit too short, as he is 5'10". Just couldn't come up with the play.
All right, so it looks like indeed Bob Generelli has decided to go for 2 here as they lead in the ball game, 6-3. 20 seconds to go in the first half. A 70-yard pass play to Matt Cuccio, putting the Eagles on top.
Cuccio also 5'10", but I guess he has a little bit better leaping ability.
And here they go for the 2 points. The handoff on the right-hand side. Did they get it? Yes! Yep. 2 points, Lou D'Alessio. And Middletown South leads in the ball game with 20 seconds to go, 8-3.
That's a great play by this Middletown South Ball Club. Good calling, good offensive call there by Middletown South Eagles. They had the one man, and he was double covered. You got to give credit to the coverage team, but just couldn't leap up to get that ball, but right into the hands of Cuccio, who just trotted easily into the end zone. Should take a look at the touchdown right here. We'll take a look at the pass.
All right,
you see the receiver up the left side.
D'Alessio pitching back.
And you see he just out-jumps the defender right there, right in front of the defender.
Looks like he stepped back, you know, just stepped up there.
Good receiver, came up to the ball, did a great job coming up to the ball, and picked it off and ran all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. That's where we stand. 2-point conversion, good. 8-3, 20 seconds left to go here.
And they'll kick it off from the 40-yard line as that penalty being assessed on the kickoff there. But it was the momentum. They felt they had the penalty. They might as well just go for 2, and that could come very big in that third and fourth quarters late in the game.
Especially a defense only allows 3.5 points a ball game, just under their average.
All right, it's going to be a low squibbler kick, taken there about the 30-yard line, and holding on there and then going down.
So 14 ticks of the clock left to go here, and we'll see. I'm sure this Brick Ball Club, maybe they'll just hand the ball off or maybe kneel down here, go into the locker room. But what a swing of momentum. Come in here with the higher ranked team. You have a 3-0 advantage on them with about a minute left to go, less than a minute.
They must have thought that they were going to go into that halftime with that 3-0 lead there. They were really hoping for that. That's got to be some letdown.
Sure.
It's going to be really important for Coach Wolf to get those kids back up. But I think he can do it, and the kids will probably do it too.
35 years of experience. As you take a look, they just kneel down. The clock runs out. 35 years of experience. We'll see, as we had a great first half, a little sloppy flags in the beginning, but at halftime, a big play here at the end of the second quarter, and that's where we stand right now, John.
That's right. It's Middletown South 8 and Brick 3, and we're at halftime here on the Channel 8 Sports High School Football Game of the Week. We'll be back with more right after this. All right, we're at halftime here at the Swamp. That's Middletown South, and they lead in the ball game 8-3. On a big touchdown pass. Top 8-3, John Anderson and Keith Carroll. And Keith, that first half, we saw Brick moving the ball fairly well, but they started to shoot themselves in the foot. And Middletown South came up with that big play, and that's what they needed, one big play. Take a look at the first half stats.
As you take a look at the stats there, Brick 2 first downs, the South 3, and the big stat, rushing. Brick 35 yards on the ground, South negative -19, but that alludes to the punt. You lose yards on the punt. Passing, 0 passing yards for Brick, 129 for South. That's 70-yard pass, adding up a lot on that number. Total offense, 35 yards, so 110 turnovers. 1 for Middletown South. and also the interception for Brick. So they both have one apiece. But just as you mentioned, the first half, that was Brick moved the ball pretty well, took advantage of the turnover. That's a Middletown South came in here on one interception on the year, but it was on the punt over the head.
And that was a big key there. So we have the recapping of the scoring as Brick got on the board first. They had a 36-yard field goal by Michael Pigram. They led in the ball game 3-0 in the second quarter, but Middletown South on a big 70-yard play. It was a handoff to D'Alessio, a flea flicker as they call it. Pitched back to Sergio, and he threw it 47 yards in the air to Matt Cuccio. And then Lou D'Alessio came on, got the extra 2 points. That after a penalty moved them a little bit closer.
Yep.
And they got 2 points.
They opted
right
to
now,
go
it's
for it.
8-3.
And that was a key. I think that was a very big call, as you mentioned. 8-3 might come back to haunt them. We talked about this defense. 3 points is the average. 3.5 points the average they give up per ball game. So we were just talking about off camera during halftime about the attitude of this Brick Ball Club, how they're going to come out of the locker room. So hopefully we'll see what that second half brings us, John.
All right, and we will see both teams coming out of the locker room for the start of the second half, and we'll be back with the second half right after. All right, we're back once again at Middletown South. They lead in the ball game 8-3, and we're going to be starting the third quarter momentarily. John Anderson along with Keith Carroll. We've got an 8-3 ball game here, Keith.
Very exciting 8-3 ball game. We were talking about the 3 points that came on the Brick field goal was due to the snapper, number 51, Keith Stapera, went out with an injury, but he's walking around. We don't know if he'll come back into the ball game. The new center snapped the ball with a punter's head, and that's how they got their 3 points. And don't forget that flag, the clipping penalty that brought back that 67-yard punt return nullified. But that's where we stand anyway, 8-3 in a 70-yard pass at the end of the first half. As you take a look at the captains going out to the middle of the field. But it's a very exciting ball game, and I can't wait for the next 24 minutes, John.
It should be interesting indeed. Dave Sergio, number 10 on the left. He's one of the captains. Number 81, hurt right now. That's Jerry Centani. And on the right, that's number 52, Joe Little. And so you can see right there, Middletown South will receive the ball to start the third quarter, and they'll go from left to right. Interesting story at... all right, take a look here at Warren Wolf, the Brick Dragons. Warren Wolf, 252, only 2 away from tying the record. Joe Cavallello, he from North Bergen for the most wins by a high school coach in the state of New Jersey.
That's 35 years time. You could do it also. No, does a great job by Warren Wolf. Have good teams in the past, good personnel around him. As you mentioned, 2 victories, and I'm sure he would love to pick up one of those 2 victories he needs right here, but down by 5, 8-3 here. We're just getting ready to go here in the second half.
On the other side, head coach Bob Generelli would certainly like to stop him right here. You can see Bob in the middle of your picture there, he in the blue shirt, as the Eagles will receive, and they'll go from left to right on your screen. Brick, the Dragons, in their green pants, or rather in their green numbers, white on white. They'll go from right to left. And they had a big drawing, a nice crowd here tonight.
Very nice crowd.
For the 50-50.
Big 50-50 winner.
$3.
And John Anderson had that ticket, so he is treating in the truck.
I only wish. Listen, that's only 1 hour pay that Keith Carroll gets.
Yeah.
Of course, 1/4 the pay of the entire people in the truck.
So we'll see as the Brick team gets us set come on the field. Interesting, the Middletown South team were doing jumping jacks as the coin toss as the captains came out to the middle of the field. But to any event, we're just about underway here as Middletown South will receive.
All right, here we get ready a little bit.
Mike Pegler has it teed up.
Work on our monitor up here. Keep doing a little artistry here, a little Picasso
little color. We'll see how
little
they
Matisse here.
Monitor is working.
The green people from Mars.
Yeah, the little colors are up, but
anyway, your color's okay. And here we go to start the third quarter. Here's a nice kick.
Whoa.
Coming down to about the 12-yard line. Going to take it towards the middle. And right there, Middletown South will take over, 1st and 10. Once again, we'll tell you that Dave Sergio is the quarterback. He is number 10. The tailback, number 25, Lou D'Alessio. And at fullback, we usually see number 31, Brian Safari. The center we'll take a look at there because number 51, Keith Tapera, was the guy that was hurt. So we'll try to see who's the new center. No, there he is. It's Keith back
Right
at
there,
number
number 51 to the right of your screen just went out of your picture. So great job, gutsy play by Keith Tapera. So here we go.
Okay, once again, Middletown South negative yards rushing in the first half. Right now, there's a good pickup, a positive number there, picking up about 4 yards on the play. They'll make it a second down.
Fran Ryan, number 56, coming in. The defensive line did a pretty good job in the first half, putting some pressure on the quarterback, Dave Sergio. But they are ahead 8-3. The defense needs to step up here, maybe cause a turnover. That's kind of hard. Only 1 interception on the year for this QB, Dave Sergio.
All right, second down, call it 7 yards to go. Middletown South, the Eagles on top, 8-3. Get a man in motion to the right. The pitch is over to D'Alessio. He's got some running room on the right. He's got a first down, and Middletown South is coming out running.
And they say the ball was down, the ball almost pulled out of the hands by number 85 High. Bob High Bill High tried to pull that ball out of D'Alessio's hand. We'll take a look at the replay right here. Good piece of running by D'Alessio.
All right, check out his running on the right-hand side. And some nice blocking there, keeping the men occupied.
We'll see him trying to rip the ball out right there. It did come out, but he was down.
All right, so it's a first down for the Eagles. The man in motion to the left. It's number 31, Brian Siclari. On the right-hand side, picking up about 3 or 4 yards, but staying in bounds. And so Middletown South is running the ball and getting positive movement each and every time.
Anthony Gaglione that time with the tackle, as we talked about, minus 19 yards in the first half. But that's kind of misleading. That had to do on the punt that goes to the running yards.
Well, just to show you how much it is misleading right now, with the 4, 8, and 3, that's 15 yards. Now they're back to -4, so they're doing a heck of a lot better right now to start this half. And again, in the first half, a little bit nervous. Start coming out in that first quarter.
Yep, and plus when you're up by 5 points, helps a little bit also.
All right, I formation is in the backfield. Looking to pass. On the left side, got a man wide open, incomplete. As coming out from the secondary, he was wide open for a minute there.
Bob Velasquez, number 26, over there to almost look like he got a hand on the play. Matt Cuccio with the intended receiver. They hooked up for a big one in the end of the first half. And he has a pretty good arm, that Dave Sergio. We take a look at the replay right here, the incomplete pass.
All right, on the left side.
Good blocking this time.
Sergio will try and float it up there. And it goes incomplete. All right, we're back live right here at the Swamp. Middletown South on top, 8-3 on the Channel 8 Sports High School Football Game of the Week. And we're ready to go here. I formation in the backfield once again. This time, a little counterbalance play. And just getting back to the line of scrimmage. As it makes it easy. Generelli talking to his quarterback close to the sideline.
Fran Ryan again coming up with a tackle with the holding on for dear life on the D'Alessio shoestring.
All right, it's a 4th down and call it 5 yards to go. They will punt the ball away. Brick sends 3 men back to field that punt. He'll kick it from about the 35-yard line once he gets it off. This time it's a good snap. And the kick coming a little short as Middletown South about to run under it. Gets a good bounce. And going to roll around the 21-yard line. And there, Brick will take over on their first series.
I think that was a great defensive series, a very important defensive series. It looked like Middletown South was moving the ball a little bit, but they held there and forced them to punt down by 5. We'll see how this offense moves the ball as we see in the first half the total yards.
Well, the total yards,
35 yards in the first half. So
no passing.
No passing. So
there.
That's something I'm sure that, as we talked about earlier in the pregame, that they have to throw the ball here to be successful. As we take a look at Santa Maria.
He's in the ball game once again. And Brick, motion. This time Middletown South stays on their own side. The handoff to the deep back. And he's going to pick up about a yard or 2 on the play. Call it second down and 9.
Number 4, Kevin Clark coming over there with the stop. Good defense, swarming defense, whole ball game. This Middletown South defense came over and they swarmed the runner back. Clark that time coming up with the tackle. As we take a look, the defense is getting 210 yards rushing, 255 in the air for a total of 465. That's third in the Shore Conference.
All right, this time back to pass. That's number 18. Incomplete. Of course, we talked about the switch off on quarterbacks before. Number 18, Don Scoltrito.
And he did have the man open there. He did a good job by the receiver running past the first down marker. But that pass, he had the time, just threw a little short, kind of short hopped it. It'll be third down.
All right, we'll call it third down and 8 to go.
And there's Santa Maria back in.
All right, once again, shuffling in the quarterbacks here. Just like you shuffle in backs, well, one of those backs is the quarterback. We're in the third quarter. Middletown South leads 8-3. I formation in the backfield. Santa Maria barking out the signals. Looking to pass on the right-hand side. Pump fake. Looking downfield. Incomplete. Intended on the right-hand side there, but incomplete as some defensive wizardry there, covering the man and covering him completely.
Santa Maria taking a big hit that time and got up kind of slowly, and that was very impressive, though. He finally showed that he did have an arm, but that time threw it out of bounds. So it'll be punting time for the Brick Dragons.
All right, once again, Brick with no completions, no passing yardage in the first half, and they'll have no passing yardage right now in the second half.
I don't think you can win the ball game unless you run the option with no passing yards and you do it well.
Hopefully, you got to at least complete one pass somewhere along the line. Anyway, here comes Brick's punt. Once again, it's a high punt, but a short one this time. And it looks like it's going to go out of bounds about the 38-yard line. And that's real good field position for Middletown South.
Very good field position. You don't even have to get your hands on the balls. The punt was kind of, as they say, shanked off the side. You said about the 38-yard line. So we'll see what the Middletown South Eagles can do right here, moving the ball pretty well, but had a punt on their first series. We'll see what they do here. As we mentioned, Dave Sergio passing the ball extremely well.
All right, 7 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the third quarter. John Anderson along with Keith Carroll. Here come the Eagles. Trying to get psyched on the sideline here. The cheerleaders trying to get the fans who are in numbers here tonight. All right, Sergio running on the right-hand side, looking to pass downfield. Has a man open. This time, oh, it is. Yes, he's got it.
Number 36 again, familiar name.
Matt Cuccio.
Just a great job by Sergio, rolling out to the right, giving his receiver a chance to get open. Sergio, Cuccia coming back to the ball, seeing his quarterback flushed out to the right, and a big completion. We said he throws the ball extremely well, and that's his favorite receiver right there, Matt Cuccia.
All right, to bring it to the 14-yard line. So it'll be first down for the Eagles right there. Once again, good to see back in the ball game, number 51. Keith Stapira, he's the center. Handoff on the right-hand side.
Dave Sims coming up with the tackle. Number 11,
Lou D'Alessio, picking up 2 yards there.
Second and 8.
It'll be second down and 8. And there's a big defensive stand here. Five Brick, they need to come up big here, especially where the field position is.
All right, we ask your apologies there, a little technical difficulties, but we're back, and we saw an 87-yard interception return, and his mother is right in front of us.
Yes, and she is extremely excited.
Matt Cuccio on an 87-yard interception return for Middletown South, and they've got 6 more points on the board.
And just in case you missed it, they also scored a touchdown on the ground. D'Alessio up the left side to make the score 14-3. The extra point was no good, and now this interception return we talked about in the first half, as the extra point is up and good.
All right, so we've got 4 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the third quarter, and right now it is Middletown South 21 and Brick only 3.
Yep, and we talked about the no passing yards for Brick, but Brick slinging it in the air, moving the ball very well on that drive, but then an interception and a nice return, a beautiful return for Cuccia up the left side, got a couple blocks, and with his speed, anything can happen.
All right, we'll recap for you. In the first half, we ended the first half 8-3. On a 36-yard field goal, Brick got on the board first, but so far that's all they've had. And it was Michael Pigram with a 36-yard field goal. Middletown South came back on a 70-yard flea flicker play to Matt Cuccio. But they went for 2, and they were successful. successful. Lou D'Alessio then had a 3-yard run, the extra point no good, and we just had an 87-yard interception return by Matt Cuccio, the extra point being good, and that's where we stand, 21-3.
As we mentioned, just a beautiful job in the second half by the Middletown South Ball Club. Down 3-0 with a big 70-yard pass play for a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, 8-3, and they have just never looked back.
And it looks like they're going to try to put the final nail into the coffin this early in the game, but you never want to count out a Warren Wolf team.
Especially with a 35-year experience on that other sideline.
All right, here comes the kick, and it looks like it's going to roll into the end zone with an automatic touchback, and Brick will take over 1st and 10 from the 20.
And that Brick Ball Club moved the ball very well, but the interception was just a thorn in their side, and a beautiful return. It was a beautiful return to watch. We're just sorry. Again, we apologize that you missed that at home. Again, technical difficulties. We try to iron it out. Mike McCusker doing a great job in the truck to get us back started here. And 21-3 is where we stand with 4:21 left to go here in the third quarter.
All right, this is John Anderson along with Keith Carroll, the Channel 8 Sports High School Football Game of the Week. You're watching the number 1 team, the Middletown South, and the number 2 team in the Shore, Brick. Brick has the ball right now. There you see number 18. That's Don Scaltrito. He's in the ball game. On the right-hand side, picking up about 9 yards on the play is Brick.
Santa Maria on the keeper, and Kevin Clark, number 4, stepping up to Clark.
There's 18 now this time. In there, Scaltrito in the ball game.
Even mixing me up, Mr. Wolf.
2nd and 1.
He's not tricky over 35 years for nothing, let me tell you. All right, so we'll call it 2nd down and 2 yards to go.
A lot of time left in this ball game.
That's right. I mean, they get a score here. That's one of the scores. A couple more.
Never know.
That's right. It's not over until the fat lady sings, as somebody once said, I think. All right, there's Scaltrito. Handoff to number 10. Sean Mulcahy. He picks up the 1st down for Brick.
And that's the first time we called out that gentleman's name. Mulcahy did a great job bouncing from the middle up the right side, picking up the 1st down. So moving the chains again. They're moving the ball very well here in the second half. Just an interception, great return, and also the good job by the offense and the QB, Dave Sergio, for the 2 touchdowns that they've scored here in the third quarter.
All right, here we go. Once again, number 18, or is that number 12? Who's quarterbacking now? That's number 18. On the right-hand side, nice takedown there by number 17 for Middletown South, Glenn Pritzlaff.
He did a great job as a running back. Tried to bounce out the town and tried to bounce out. They stayed right with them and made the tackle. So it'll be 2nd down. Looks like a gain of a couple.
One guy's lining, one guy's stopping.
Steve DePata carries on the play.
All right, here we go now.
Villa with the stop. 2nd and 8.
Technical things of my own up here. In our monitor fashion here.
The other guy, the headline is winding up. You're messing me up, Coach.
I know.
All right, it's 2nd down. We'll call it 8 yards to go.
Guys, next meeting. No, I get
2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Leading him out, that's the center, number 51, Anthony Gaglione for Brick. This time a slow developing play. Look out. Nice takedown. Brian Pritzlaff.
He did a great job. He just beat his man, number 83, John Ryan. Just power to power right around the right side. Take a look at Glenn Pritzlaff right there with the sack, a big sack right there. As Brick was moving the ball down to pick up a 1st down. So now it's 3rd and 20. And we'll see if they go to the air on this play or play it safe and just try to grind it out on the ground.
Well, they were successful as they came out throwing the ball a couple of times on that last series of plays that they had. And that was the first pass completion they had in the entire game. All right, we'll take it here now. Coming back to pass. Look out. Once again, Pritzlaff on the screen. As Pritzlaff put some pressure on, and he got maybe 3 yards on the play, and we have a flag down as perhaps we've got a little frustration setting in.
A little something maybe at the end of the play. We'll see what the call is from the referee.
the personal foul.
But this time was going against Brick.
All right, so that'll probably bring up a 4th down play, and Middletown South wants that ball back quick.
They do. They're starting to get the urge, scoring 2 touchdowns here, one via the offense, one via the defense here in the third quarter. And the defense has stepped up once the momentum swings. It usually swings to all sides of the ball club, and the defense right here, especially number 17, Glenn Pritzloff, doing a great job. Good pressure.
All right, dropping back deep for Middletown South. That's Lou DeLessio and Matt Cuccio. He's the man who has the 2 touchdowns on the day right now, that 87-yard touchdown return, or rather that interception return. And he also had that 70-yard flea flicker play.
Yep, and you never know what can happen here. The punt return that was negated also earlier on.
All right, so dropping back is Michael Pigram. He's going to be about his own 5-yard line as he gets the punt away. Nice punt, coming back about the 42-yard line. And right there, a fair catch called by Lou DeLessio. And we'll have more exciting action here, hopefully between these number 1 and number 2 teams right after this. They're going deep. There's a pass, complete. A beautiful catch there by number 11, Jeff Martin.
And a beautiful catch, and more beautiful the throw by Dave Sergio. He just had plenty of time. Good blocking by his offensive line. Just stepped straight back through a strike right down the middle. And it just seemed to find its way into the hands, as you said, of the receiver, number 11, coming up with the grab.
That's Jeff Martin, number 11. A beautiful catch, and that'll make it a 1st down and 4 yards to go.
That's more important than you, Nick.
And the clock is going to continue to run here with just about a minute to go in the third quarter.
Beautiful, beautiful job. Smart maturity by this quarterback, Sergio, the senior, doing great. 6'3", 190, and has an arm like a cannon.
All right, here comes on the right-hand side. That's number 31. It's going to be taken down short.
Just shy.
And Brian Saklari just short of the goal line.
Looks like he was just stopped right, probably at the 6-inch line. He took the ball up the right side.
All right, so we'll call it 2nd down and, maybe 3 inches.
Yep, when we take a look at stat about the South Eagle defense, held Howell to negative 14 yards rushing on 10 carries last week.
I got to see the ball. Get them down.
All right.
Get them down.
I get the clock operator when I get the fans in front
I got
here.
to see the ball. I got to see
All right, we've got a couple inches to go for Middletown South one more time.
What's the matter with you?
And here comes Dave Sergio. Once again, Brian Saklari, touchdown.
For the score. That's another 6 points added to the total. 27-3, and it started as a pretty close game early on.
And there's head coach Bob Generelli on the sideline for Middletown South. He's very happy with that. Perhaps Brick thought maybe they were going to be intent to running the ball, and he came out with a beautiful play to Jeff Martin.
And that was a very pretty pass, especially from up here, and at home we saw it just very executed, very nicely, good block by the offensive line, which resulted in the touchdown. And now that's where we stand, 28-3.
The extra point is good.
So down by 25, a big hole, and especially against this defense, who only gives up 3 points a game. We'll see, with plenty of time left. 8 seconds and a full fourth quarter left to come.
Maybe Middletown South can put more points on the board. We'll see. Middletown South leads in the ball game right now, 28-3. And we'll be back with the last 8 seconds in the fourth quarter right after this. Back here at Middletown South, they're all over Brick at this time, 28-3, 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. They're getting ready to kick it off here. Michael Pigram, number 34, he'll kick it off with 8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. John Anderson along with Keith Carroll.
And we'll see what Coach Warner Wolf can do to maybe talk to his team, give his team some momentum. Down 25 with 7 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Plenty of time left, and the whole full quarter left to play here.
And certainly at the very least you want to make sure, hey, it's maybe only one loss here, so we still got a long way to go here. We're going to go on a reverse here, taking it on the right-hand side. And Brick will take over about the 32-yard line.
Good coverage by the Eagles that time. Pretty much weren't fooled by the little reverse there. It'll be 1st and 10 for this Brick ball club. They pretty much primarily were going to the air in the third quarter. It was a
heard too much with Detada, but he taking that ball up to about the 32-yard line, and that's where Brick will take over, 1st and 10. And maybe we'll see him on some screens or whatever, but it looks like Brick may have to pass if they want to get back into this ball game. 2 seconds to go. Brick moves people around. This time Middletown South stays onside. Back to pass on the left-hand side. We've got a man incomplete on a beautiful play by Middletown South.
Number 83 got his hand right in there on the play. Pat Malavi doing a great job sticking his hand right in there, knocking the ball away. But that will be the end of the 3rd quarter, John.
That's right, and at the end of 3 quarters of play with 20 points built up in that 3rd quarter, it is now Middletown South 28 and Brick 3. We'll be back for the 4th quarter right after.
As a reflection of the people living there, your home takes on a personality.
All right, we're back here at the Swamp.
Oh, thank you.
Middletown South 28, Brick 3. John Anderson along with Keith Carroll on the Channel 8 Sports High School Football Game of the Week. Number 1 and number 2, but number 2 maybe like 2.5 right now.
Number 2 is kind of down right now, down 25 points, but a full 4th quarter left to play here, and that's the thing you have to relate to this Brick Ball Club. Middletown South did it in 1 quarter, putting up amassing 20 points. Hey, maybe we can do the same thing. Just going to play well on defense, keep our turnovers down, and maybe move the ball, which is the big maybe.
All right, Billy Santamaria is the quarterback, and we've got a flag on the play. It looks like an illegal procedure, a little motion penalty.
Yeah, they moved those 2 guys on the line, might mix somebody up. One of the linemen might move, might tend to jump a little bit.
All right, so we'll move it back 5 yards, make it 1st down and 15.
Legal procedure, Doug. Yep.
It'll be illegal procedure.
Procedure charge against Brick.
Back 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 15.
Spot is the 26.
They're going to make it 2nd, okay. And there's the movement again. This time everybody be set before the ball is snapped. All right, Billy Santamaria looking to pass. Looking over the middle, intended for Detada. Incomplete, or rather intended there for number 22. That's Todd Gilson.
And he had Gilson, Santa Maria. That's happening. Pretty good zip on the ball. Todd Gilson was in front of 2 defenders and had the 1st down if he held on to the ball. And that's something that you can't happen down 25. You need to hold on to the ball.
You can see number 52, Joe Little, putting some pressure.
And he's done we haven't really mentioned his name, but he's done a great job for this Middletown South Ball Club his whole career. Joe Little, as we mentioned, he's no little man, does a great job on defense for these Eagles.
All right, 3rd down and 15. And Brick once again having to go to the air. Looks to put it to air it out all the way. Incomplete. Intended there for number 17. That's John Scheiss.
Also, Detada showing he can throw the ball, air the ball out, put some air underneath it. But that time, kind of thrown out of bounds up the right corner. As you mentioned, the intended receiver was number 17, John Scheiss. But it'll be 4th and 15. So the punting unit will most likely come on, and they have to big challenge in their hands to stop that man, number 36.
That's Matt Kucha. And indeed, will Middletown South settle for just 28 points? I don't think so.
No, 11:50 left.
We heard perhaps they got a little roadblock coming out at halftime at the locker room. I don't know.
11:50 left to go here, and get 1 and 2. Maybe you just want to send a little message. But anyway, here's the punt.
All right, Mike Pigram, nice kick, high. They come about the 47-yard line, a fair catch by Lou D'Alessio.
Why not fair catch the ball and let your quarterback come out and do the job?
All right, we'll be back with some more action right after this. We're back, Middletown South on top, 28-3 over the Dragons of Brick. Middletown South has the ball right now. They'll take over at the 47-yard line. We have an injured player on the near sideline near the Middletown South bench here. So that's a held-up play.
It's a Brick player, but trying to get the number.
11 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the ball game. And we saw 20 points put on the board by Middletown South in that 3rd quarter. And there's number 22 for Brick getting up. Todd Gilson.
Shaking up a little bit on the punt play, which I see he runs off under his own power.
Notice both head coaches, when somebody got hurt, were out there immediately.
That's really the important thing. Of course, you want to win the ball game, but you don't want to see any player get hurt. As you said, Coach Gennarelli over helping out, along with Coach Wolf coming up from his sideline.
All right, Middletown South will take over. 1st and 10 from the 47. The handoff on the left-hand side as D'Alessio looks for some running room. He's got some. This could go all the way. It's a foot race now. He's down to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. We have a flag, however, on the play.
A yellow flag. We'll see what the flag. 2 flags. The flag comes down at the end of the play.
So it looks like there's hard to believe it's going to be 3 penalties against Brick. It looks like they'll bring it all the way back. And what would have been a nice 53-yard run is going to be negated one more time.
That's the second touchdown will be negated against this Eagle Ball Club. That was a beautiful job of running that time by Lou D'Alessio. He bounced off the pack up the middle and cut it up the left side and has the speed. Just took it away. Just said it was a foot race, and he won the race, but there's a flag, as you mentioned, a couple flags thrown, so he'll probably come back. We'll see what as the referees talk. Let's take a look right there. Talk it over.
All right, number 25, Lou D'Alessio, only a junior, but living just around the corner from number 10, Dave Sergio. Talking to their fathers before the game. They get together sometimes in the summertime, work on their patterns. They eat steak and eggs before the game, each and every game.
Kind of a Wade Boggs ritual, but Wade Boggs does it with chicken. Anything that works, superstition, anything that works for you.
All right, looks like we have some offsetting penalties, holding against Middletown South and a personal foul against Brick. So it looks like we'll bring it back.
That was a beautiful run, despite the holding. It was a very nice athletic play. But just erased the 6 points and still up 28-3. And that's the one thing. It's not like they're all passing Middletown South. They run the ball extremely well.
All right, we'll move it back actually to the 36-yard line. And we'll take that holding penalty against Middletown South. That was that. Now the referee talking it over, figuring out where to go here. Gotta get out the calculator, I guess, on this one. You know, back 10, up 5. We're gonna bring him back over. All right. Well, in the meantime, while we figure it out, we'll go to a little break here, and we'll be back with more right after this. All right, we've got it all worked out this time, and on the left-hand side, losing the ball, but the ball out of play there, and a nice run there by Middletown South.
And after all was said and done, the penalty was our 1st and 5 for the Eagle Ball Club, and that time a nice run up the left side by Lou D'Alessio. It looks like he picked up the first down as the chains will move again with 11:25 left to go here in the ball game.
All right, Middletown South doing a fine job now of running the ball, and then, of course, taking some time off the clock. Very valuable time that Brick may need to get back into this ball game.
Yep, time is on the side of the Eagles and against the Brick Dragons.
All right, Cuccio and D'Alessio in the backfield, I formation. The give this time is to, rather, Brian Siclari, rather. I'm sorry. Sorry, Brian.
As he picks up a couple of yards there. We talked about, I was saying, they not only are passing, they run the ball extremely well. D'Alessio, as we talked about him all game, 5.86 yards a carry. So he moves the ball pretty well. Give it to him a couple times. His averages say he's going to give you the first down.
Okay, here come the Eagles one more time. It's 2nd down and 5. Up the middle one more time. Going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down and 4 yards to go for Middletown South.
As you said, up by 25, grinding the ball out. A lot of time in the 4th quarter, though. But they just want to grind the ball out, maybe.
All right, we're back now. Some electrical storms in the area, putting out some power around here. All these lights, you know, on night, and people driving over their batteries or something, you know, causing an electrical malfunction of the physiology of the nomenclature of the electrograms in that hole.
That's John Anderson's teaching background coming out right there.
Yeah, if I could only teach physics.
You know your onions, Walt.
All right, here they go. D'Alessio on the right-hand side. And he maybe picks up a yard on the play. Good 10 minutes to go in the ball game.
Dave Simpson, company number 11, good time by the defense that time, staying with the running back and stopping him short. It'll be second down. As the clock, as you mentioned, John, still running, 9:48 and counting. And a tremendous, big, huge third quarter by this Eagle ball club.
All right, the Eagles come out. Once again, Dave Sergio, number 10, is the quarterback. He's going to give to D'Alessio on the left-hand side. He's got some running room. And he's going to try to keep it inbounds. He did as the clock continues to run. And a smart move by Mr. Lou D'Alessio, number 25 there, keeping the ball in play and letting that clock run down.
Did his job, ran the ball extremely well, but he was horse-collared by Fran Ryan. Fran kept him, his knee went down inbound, so the clock still ticks away. So it'll be third and about 7 to go for the Eagles.
All right, once again, number 31, Brian Siclari, is in the ball game. Expect to see him and D'Alessio in the backfield. This time, however, it's Brian Siclari alone in the backfield. Sergio calls the signals. Looking to pass on the left-hand side. He's got a floater up in the air. He's got a man there. Does he have it?
Yep.
Touchdown!
And that time, that ball was all Dave Sergio. He was a beautiful timing pattern up the left side. Just had plenty of air that he could float it nicely right into his receiver's hand. And guess who the receiver was, John?
Matt Cuccio.
Matt Cuccio. We heard saying his name a lot, picking up his third touchdown of the ball game. And the score now 34-3 with the extra point awaiting.
All right, Matt Cuccio, 22-yard pass. And on for the extra point, of course, once again, number 44, Dave Jakes. The kick is up, and it is no good. They're calling it off to the left there. No good. So with 9 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the ball game, Middletown South all over Brick, 34-3.
Beautiful job passing, as we talked about, by the QB. Nice timing pattern. 34-3 is where we stand. 31-point lead, and we're going to go to a break.
We'll be back.
We all need flowers every now and then, so let me tell you about a florist you can trust. Branching out, the florist in Lincroft has...
Do you believe it? The number 1 team in the shore over the number 2 team, 34-3. That's the way we've got it. It's not final yet, folks. We've still got some more to go in the fourth quarter. John Anderson and Keith Carroll, unless they're trying to tell us something, I don't know.
34-3. So it's pretty much been a pretty good matchup, though, on both sides of the ball. Just turnovers have really hurt this Brick Ball Club. And Dave Sergio, a great job, a great arm, a good quarterback talent. This is my first time having a chance to see him. But throws the ball extremely well and runs the ball well also.
And this Middletown South team did not get upset when they got down early, 3-0. All right, it's a low squibbler kick. Going to be taken about the 22-yard line on the right-hand side. And Brick and Middletown South, no problems there. 9 minutes and 14 seconds to go.
As then number 11, Sims, came up with the ball as they try to keep it away from Datata.
There's Middletown South, the Eagles. They sacked Hal quarterbacks 3 times and forced 1 fumble in last week's game.
I believe they have one, if I'm not mistaken, 1 sack here in this ball game. And that was number 17, Glenn Pritzlaff, coming up with the sack.
All right, Brick will take over, 1st and 10. We've got number 18 in the ball game this time. That's Don Scaltrito. He's going to hand off the ball on the left-hand side.
Big hit by Kevin Clark, John, came right up and just popped the running back. But he did pick up about 5 on the play.
All right, we'll make it a second down play coming up for Brick here. As it looks like some of the second stringers are coming in on defense for Middletown South, and that's going to be very important as we get into the state playoffs for them and everything, just in case.
Sure, you just need the extra players to pick up some experience. You never know, God forbid, with injuries, what can happen. Get some playing experience up 34-3.
All right, looks like Brick's going to work on their game here in the final quarter. And they're going to look to pass as he rolls out on the left-hand side. He's going to take it down and run. Going to try to get that first down, but I think he's going to come up short.
Yep, Santa Maria fooled nobody as Joe Little, number 52, came up with the stop as he just mirrored the quarterback, Santa Maria, around the left side, stayed with him and hit him. And not out of bounds, though, as the clock still is running, 7:45 and counting.
Okay.
That brings up a 3rd and 4.
It's going to be 3rd down and 4 to go for the Brick Dragons here at the Swamp. So called because it gets swampy sometimes when it does have a rainy atmosphere around here.
Yes, it does, and it's raining on Bricks Parade. Ooh.
Nice segue. I think we're in radio. On the right-hand side, I don't think it's going to be enough for the first down. So it'll bring up a 4th down play for Brick. And perhaps an interesting call here with Mr. Wolf.
Yeah, but it's down 31 points, 7:09 left to go here in the ball game.
It looks like he's going to punt.
Yeah, it brings on his 6 men coming in here, 6 men trot off.
All right, D'Alessio going back with Matt Cuccio. And hurrying off the sideline, number 12, Jim Sanfilippo.
Big crowd, though, coming in for this Middletown South Ball Club and Brick. It looks like the Brick crowd has slowly but surely dissipated away.
Yes, looks like we have a line actually going out of the stadium here.
Flag on the play.
All right, Mike Helgram's kick. Going to be taken in fair court at the 32-yard line.
D'Alessio fields the punt at the 32.
Right there, Middletown South. It's going to be illegal procedure against Brick. It looks like Middletown South will take over 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line.
And that's a nice call by Bob Generelli, the coach. Fair catching the punch, even though his team has a great special teams play. Just being satisfied with catching the ball where they are and let the offense do the rest.
Yeah, one thing you have to also remember is we've got some of the key guys still in the ball game there, and we don't want to get anybody hurt for next week. As Middletown South has some important games coming up here.
Yep, then October 30th they play Ocean at 7 p.m. Then Neptune, Marlboro, and the final game of the season gets rival Middletown North.
All right, and Brick, they still want to practice because they've still got a schedule that includes Toms River North, Manalapan, Southern, and Brick Memorial.
Plenty of season left for both these ball clubs.
All right, we've got a new quarterback into the game. That's number 7, Andrew Huber. He's a senior quarterback getting some work, and on the pitch out there, just a miscommunication problem there probably. Or
number 32 just fumbled the ball, but he hopped on his own fumble, even though it's a loss of 6 on the play, but the clock's still ticking away.
And then there's some interesting graphics for the people at home to read. You know, we always read it too much. Let them,
That's right, let them read it home.
Especially since we can't see it on a monitor here, but hey. That's okay. All right, anyway, number 7 is the quarterback we mentioned before, Andrew Huber. He's the quarterback now. Middletown South up 34-3. 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the ball game.
3rd and 18.
It's going to be 3rd and 18 for this young quarterback who comes into this ball game. Young quarterback. He's a senior. Getting some time. Taking a look at my stat sheet. He's a senior.
All right, Rashawn Larson is the deep back, but before they can get that play underway, we've got a penalty flag. That looks like it's going to be against Middletown South. Illegal procedure. I believe the center perhaps picking up the ball there.
Number 51, Keith Stapera, off on the sideline, got hurt early on in the first quarter. He's over at the sideline now with his leg up on the bench, iced. Hopefully everything with him is okay, but he was gutsy coming back, playing a couple series here.
All right, here goes Middletown South. They've got an I formation in the backfield. Fumble. A handoff from the center to the quarterback. And we'll see. Brick has recovered the fumble, and they have good field position to work on something here in the fourth quarter.
It's something they've rarely seen all ball game. The only other time they really had good field position was, again, on the snap from center over the punter's head. And that's where they got all their points in this ball game, 3. So we'll see here if the offense gets something moving here. Maybe put a touchdown on the board for momentum's sake and posterity's sake.
All right, from the 22-yard line, Brick will take over. And we call your attention to next week's game, an exciting matchup. between the modern-day Serifs and the Rumson Bulldogs on Halloween.
You just had to get that in there. John Anderson does a great job associated with Modern Day High School.
All right, I formation for Brick. Man in motion to the left, that's number 17, John Scheiss. Looking to pass and then getting hit.
Looks like it was broken up there by number 44 for the Eagles. Dave Jacks getting a hand on the play, taking some time out from his kicking and doing a little defending right there as the pass falls incomplete.
All right, we've got 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the ball game. Some new white uniforms out there in the ball game for Brick.
You can see the cleaner ones.
All right, coming on with the play is Billy Santamaria, as taking a break, of course, number 18, Don Escaltrito. So Santamaria back into the game. Once again, Brick and I formation from the 20. Santamaria looking for the screen on the left-hand side as a receiver and picking up about 4 or 5 on the play.
Pass complete to Sean Mulcahy. He was a little tiptoeing around the tulips there, trying to pick up a couple extra yards, but then even it'll be third down with 4:19 to go in the fourth quarter.
3rd and 7.
All right, we'll call it 3rd down and 7 to go. The Dragons once again shuttling people in and out. Right now from the 18-yard line. Back to pass one more time. Almost intercepted there by number 52,
Joe Little.
And we hadn't mentioned his name much before, but we want to definitely get it in there. There's Joe Little.
He had a chance. If he caught that ball, he probably had a lot of real estate in front of him. But you see the black gloves and hand popped off those big black gloves. We're assuming they're black.
Yes, I think I actually got a picture here now playing with these things. And I didn't think I was mechanically inclined.
They're doing a great job, John Anderson. It'll be 4th and 7.
I want the little graphic at the end when we roll the credits. Technical assistance by John Anderson. I want to
You
see
just
that.
want the whole limelight.
All right, once again, here comes Santamaria looking downfield. Has a receiver complete for a 1st down. And it looks like Brick will try to get on the board in this game one more time.
Bill High coming up with that reception, knew where the 1st down mark was. Good, you take a look at Bill High, and he found where the 1st down stick was and ran right to it, turned around, the ball right in his chest. And so a gutsy 4th down play, and it was picked up.
All right. Of course, we know it was all done in the truck. I had nothing to do with this picture, probably.
You were probably just fooling around with the buttons, and the picture just popped up.
Before. All right, 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the ball game. Middletown South, number 1 team, and so ranked in the short, 34-3. But Brick trying to get something back here. Only this time the running back's going to pick up maybe a yard or 2 only. Bring up a 2nd down and goal.
And that 50 style defense doing a great job. The whole ball game doing a good job right there as they swarmed Dave Simon. He picked up 1 yard. So it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Here they come out. Once again, Don Escaltrito looking to pass, rolling out, being chased there, and finally taken down.
He was sandwiched there by number 6, Tyrone Fay, and number 17, Glenn Fritzloff. And that was picked up their 2nd sack in the ball game, unofficially, of course. So it'll be about 3rd down and about 15 to go for it. It's 3rd and goal, but 15 yards, probably at the 15-yard line.
Nothing unofficial about that. If it comes from Keith Carroll, we make it official.
Yeah, I beg to differ. About 2 minutes left to go here in the ball game.
All right, it's just inside the 15-yard line.
Not a fan in the Middletown South side has left.
They should get a real big hand once they come off the field here. Once again, Billy Santamaria is in the ballgame at quarterback. He looks to pass. Being chased out of the pocket by Sloth. Has a man in the end zone. And
Nice
get
catch.
It? Touchdown. They're giving it to him. Touchdown, number 22. That's Todd Gilson.
Let's give credit where credit is due. Nice play by Santa Maria, avoiding pressure, stepping away and stepping up in the pocket, finding Gilson for the score, and that goes 34-9 now with 1:35 left to go.
And maybe they can get it into double figures here, as they can make it 10 points. And maybe it just won't look as bad. But anyway, that was a nice play, so they certainly could use that, and the rest of the teams that they have. Of course, they're facing the number 1 team in the shore here. You got to give Middletown North credit.
Middletown North, you said, the flags on the play.
Looks like the illegal procedure perhaps against Brick, as they didn't quite have things together there, as they were going for 2 points on that play.
That's the highest point total allowed this year by the Middletown North team. 9 points.
Take a look at that one more time. Nice pass.
He gets away from pressure right here as he steps up, and nice pass. It's beautiful reception also for the touchdown. Referee right there to make the call.
All right, so they'll go for 2 points here as they're pushed back 5 yards on the penalty. Once again, looking to pass. And that's going to be taken down and incomplete. So with 1 minute and 34 seconds, or 35 seconds to go in the ball game, it is Middletown South 34, and Brick now has 9. We'll be back with more right after this. Here at Middletown South, they lead in the ball game 34-9 over Brick. Brick having just scored on a 14-yard pass to Todd Gilson. Although they trail in the ball game right now 34-9. Keith, maybe work on a little
onside kick, and the way the ball looks like to be set on the tee, looks like to be set about right on the side of the tee instead of on the tee. And yes, it is just to the left side of the tee, and they're all flocking towards the right side. There's a little pooch kick, but it is picked up by Middletown South receiver.
All right, so they'll take it to about the 50-yard line. And Middletown South will take over 1st and 10. All right, 1 minute and 33 seconds to go in the ball game. Expect to see an awful lot of substitutes now for Middletown South and also for Brick.
The clock is running. 1:20 and counting.
Okay, once again, that's number 7, Andrew Huber, in the ball game. He's going to hand it off to the deep back, and a nice run and nice blocking by the offensive line there. Nice push at number 76 on Middletown South. And indeed, Canavan.
Good job running that time, even though he's one of the third stringers coming. Did a great job. And we're just under a minute here in the ball game as they set up real quick, no huddle.
Right, 2nd down and 1 for South. Once again on the left-hand side, some running room being opened up for Middletown South.
He stays in bounds, tackled in bounds, so the clock is ticking away. We're down to about 30 seconds. Good decent running right there.
Nice play by number 32, Rashawn Larson, only a sophomore.
He has a pretty good future with those 2 runs, 3 runs he's carried so far in this ball game. Indicate anything.
Thank you very much.
There's number 13, Rich Fisher. You can tell he's a receiver. He's got those nice. He looks good. You know, he's got the arms down there. He's got the sweat
all covered up.
There.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the old number 13, or
Don Maynard.
Red Bolitnikov there as they count it down here. And that's going to do it. The number 1 team in the Shore, Middletown South, is going to hold that ranking decisively. Brick only scoring 9 points in the ball game. And, well, Keith, what can you say? A big third quarter. They scored 20 points there.
20 points. It was a 3-0 Brick lead on the field goal, and then the big 70-yard touchdown pass going to the locker room, and the 2-point conversion good, and that's where we stood 8-3. But then it was turnovers and nice running by Cuccia and reception by Cuccia, and a beautiful job quarterbacking by Dave Sergio. We don't have his final stats. We'll try to get that. Maybe we'll have that for you next week. But he did a great job and put good sides on both sides of the ball, even though the score does not indicate 34-9. You got to tip your hat to both these ball clubs.
Indeed, both ball clubs being well coached. It was just Middletown South's day as they came back. First, of course, Brick got on that board. They had that 36-yard field goal by Michael Pelgrim, but Middletown South then on a flea flicker, 70 yards, Matt Cuccia, and maybe we'll just give him the player of the game. How about it?
He deserves the player of the game. His mother was right in front of us also, a very excitable lady, especially tonight because her son scored three touchdowns on the day and does deserve the MVP, along with the quarterback, though, Dave Sergio. So we'll give MVP to Matt Cuccia.
All right, we'll split it up there. In the third quarter, Lou D'Alessio had a 3-yard run for Middletown South. Then Cuccio had an 87-yard return. The extra point was good. Ryan Siclari had a 1-yard drive. And in the fourth quarter, Middletown South one more time. Matt Cuccio, a pass from Dave Sergio, 22 yards. And then Brick finished out the scoring, a 14-yard pass to Todd Gilson. And that's where we leave it. It's 34-9.
Executive producer and camera, William Kirk, Judy Mount, Ruth Politis, along with instant replay, Tony Chavalella. Production assistants are Adrian Knapp and John Riley. Directed by Fred the Stick Haverstick, Mike McCusker.
TCU.
Produced by Fred Haverstick and Tony Chavalella. And this has been a Channel 8 Sports presentation. All rights reserved, and this has been pre-recorded. Thank you, John, very much.
All right, for Keith Carroll, this is John Anderson. We'll see you next week, folks. Bye-bye.